What's up, guys? It's Rob. So, as you guys can see here, we have a door panel, some cardboard on said door panel. The door panel's taken apart already. We're making some custom door panels here for an Acura. It's like a 2006, I think, Acura TL. We're going to be keeping this top half of the panel over here completely factory. So we're going to be cutting, actually, the panel right here and then glassing this pocket into place. It's going to be pretty sick. That's going to be our housing for the speakers because we don't want the speakers coming out too far. We have a little bit of a limitation with the depth coming out because of the seat. We have a 6.5 here going in the factory location, kind of. It's going to be mounted on this panel. We're going to remake the panel. And then back here in this panel that goes right there, we're going to be having an 8-inch mid as well. And then a 6.5 and 2 tweeters. As you guys can see over here as well, we have speaker rings already carved out here on some MDF for all of these 6.5 and the tweeters. I'm going to show you guys how to go through and do that here just by using a piece of 2x4, a piece of MDF, and taking a couple measurements here. We're going to be doing the 8-inch ones. So I'm going to show you guys the process. It's really simple. Alright guys, so with our piece of MDF and our 2x4, we're going to be lining, these screws are poking out just ever so slightly. We're going to be lining this up with the screws farthest away from us. So we can use most of the material of the wood. We're going to be taking this screw right here, which is going to mark our radius. We're going to screw this into the MDF. So after we get that screwed into the MDF, this is really simple. We're just going to take our 2x4 and spin it in a circle. And as you guys can see right here forming is the cutout that we're going to have to make for the speaker to sit on the panel. And this can get a little difficult sometimes. So an easy way to fix that is just back these screws out. Ever so slightly, and that will allow that to spin much easier. So right there, guys, as you can see, we got one circle cut out. We're going to unscrew our 2x4, and we have one perfect speaker ring right there ready to go. And doing this also makes it really easy with a jigsaw. If you don't have a router to be able to stay in that groove. We're going to do the same thing over here. Lining these screws up farthest away from the edge.
Can you hear the silence? Can you see the dark? Can you fix the broken? Can you feel the...
And also, the deeper you can get into this, which is why it's given me so many issues trying to do this, but the deeper you can get in, the easier the jigsaw is going to stay along with it. So that's why I'm doing this like this, even though I got to struggle with it a little bit. It's going to make the end result come out looking 10 times better. And as you guys can see right here, we have some perfect MDF rings made for an 8-inch sound cube mid. We're going to be going ahead cutting these tomorrow and having all of our rings to actually glue to the factory panel. What we are doing now, guys, in this step for our Acura TL door panels is we went ahead and cut the factory panel right here, just on the seam here on the back. I don't know if I have that on video. I don't think I do. But either way, I went through, I just cut this little seam right here so we can make this whole pocket assembly one piece. We're going to silicone it shut right here first, squeeze it together, and then we're going to apply this fiberglass cloth to go on top of it. We're going to glue it, we're going to fiberglass it shut, and then we're making a separate panel here and a separate panel here, so we're going to keep this factory divided line right there as well. Super excited. So we're just going to take our silicone, squeeze a bit onto our finger here, and right where this meets up, I know this isn't the best angle for you guys, but right here where that meets up, and then right in here And along this seam here, we're going to be applying the silicone to make sure it's going to hold shut, and over time it's not going to loosen up or anything like that, since we're kind of going to be using this pocket as like an enclosure for a 6.5. Should sound really good, but I just gotta do a little bit of extra steps here. Throw some there, throw some there. Now we can just go ahead and shut that. That's all we had to do with the silicone. Nice and easy. We gotta let this sit. But in the process, while that's sitting, we can go ahead, apply the chop mat, not the chop mat, the fiberglass mat, and start fiberglassing this to, by tomorrow that's not going to be able to be opened again. We went ahead and added some spray glue to our panels, and I went through and cut these little nubs off the end, just so everything sits in nice and flush. But we sprayed everything in spray glue, our speaker grills, and this is just to tack everything into place while we go ahead and fiberglass it. And I made a mark on here that is a little hard to see, but I got one, and it is right there. I'm just going to press fit that right into place. Now we're going to be taking our 8-inch speaker ring, and this one we already cut out and test fit, so it's a little bit easier to line up. Just like so. Press it. Shit, come on. Come on. Press it right down on there. Now we're going to have to go ahead and let that dry for a few seconds. Then we're going to go ahead, wrap it in our fabric right there to get ready to fiberglass. Now guys, we are going to go through and wrap our first panel. We're going to be wrapping it first in this cheap fleece from Joann's. It's just some of the discount shit that they have. The reason why you do this is you want to wrap it in this material first, and then apply fiberglass resin to cause this to all harden up. Previously in the past, even on this channel, I used to use staples to do this, but I realized if I wrap this, like I would wrap the final panel, it makes it just come out a lot nicer, and it makes it easier to wrap as well, because I'm not trying to fight where I had to put. But we got to let all this glue tack up, then we're going to go ahead, wrap it, and then we got the second one here. I don't know if I'll have enough material to do the 8-inch mounting spot today, but hopefully I can come up with something, even if we have to piece it together. It won't be. It has been sitting for a few minutes now, so we're going to go ahead, take our fleece, and we are going to wrap this panel just like we would if it was our finished product. I'm going to start here at the highest point on the panel, and then we're just going to pick a side to work our way down. This doesn't matter as much as like which side you want to start with first, really, as long as you make sure you don't have any wrinkles or bubbles or anything like that. That would not be good. I'm just going to go through and really just stretch all this out. Yeah, we got a little wrinkle there. Go through, pull that, make sure we get that fully worked out of there. Same thing right over here. Got a big one over here. Oh, this didn't even get to yet. Go ahead, pull this. You don't want to get this pretty tight. You don't want this being all loose and everything. But keep in mind you are fiberglassing over this, and if you do have a small hiccup, you can fix it with Bondo. But the better you can do this now, just like that. And we got no seams. Everything's nice and glued. This little spot right here we might have to go through and re-glue, but that's it. Now we got to flip it over. Just tuck all this in, glue it all into the back as well, and then we're ready for fiberglass. Well, for fiberglass resin at least. I gotta stop saying that. We're gonna be putting fiberglass resin. So guys, we have some fiberglass resin mixed up in here. We have already used our contact adhesive to stick the fiberglass resin to the stick the fiberglass cloth to the panel. Now we're using fiberglass resin and we're rubbing it on there to make everything harden up and kind of activate and get super strong. So we're just going to use a generous amount of this. We want it to kind of start looking clear where it does. That's where you're going to get the best bonding action to whatever material that you are trying to fiberglass. Now we're just going to go through with more resin, generously brush this down onto the cloth. Now up top over here we did use a lot. We want this to get really strong, thicken up as much as possible. We are going to be doing some more resin over this, so this is going to be the only layer for the fiberglass cloth. There will be plenty more resin painted onto here at later times after we get our speaker rings attached to the panel and ready to fully wrap the panel with our cheap ass, what is that shit? What is it? Cloth. Our cheap ass cloth.
It's like fleece.
Fleece, fabric type. That's the word, fabric. That's what I was looking for. What's up, guys? I hope you enjoyed that video of starting the Acura TL door panels. We got a lot of work done. Still a lot of work to do, without a doubt. We got to try to get these done quick. These are for a friend of mine. This is actually a paid job for me, so that's why a couple of these things you're not seeing on camera, because I like just got to get them done. And obviously, living in an apartment, not having my own house or a garage, sometimes I got to go to other people's houses to work and make different arrangements like that, especially in like a timely manner like this. To be able to get these doors done for the friend of mine, but also at the end of the day, he is paying me for it also. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. That's why there's a couple of small things that you guys didn't see, like me actually cutting the speaker rings, or in the next video coming up, cutting out part of that middle pocket. You guys didn't see that either, and that's just because I can't always record at home, because I need somewhere to actually work. And honestly, I'm not too comfortable recording in front of too many people. Kayla is like the one exception, but other than that, like most of my friends like still don't even know that I do this, which is kind of crazy. But it's something I kind of do, you know. I keep to myself a little bit. So that's kind of where we're at, guys. I may be getting a place to work though soon, so that'll be awesome. Be a lot easier to record videos and also just get work done on my car as well as other people's cars. But I definitely hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that cool shit you guys do for me here on YouTube. There's Rob, and I'm out. Peace, guys. Out.
I got my own weed, sucker, so I ain't gotta hit yours. I'm talking straight endo. Cali weed blowing like a Rastaman. Kush seed straight from a